You are now tuned in to another episode of Self-Care and Chill with Maui, everybody's favorite relationship podcast. Yes, and today we have a special guest. We have Nigel Euro here.
Thank you for having me.
No, Nigel, thank you so much for coming.
No worries, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Just in case people don't know you from Too Hot to Handle like I do, I want you to introduce yourself and let them know exactly who you are.
Okay. Well, I'm Nigel Euro. I'm 29. I'm from Yaden, Pennsylvania. I live in Jersey. I run a couple family businesses. One is a home health care agency. My brother and I have an auto shop, and I'm getting my Eurofit apparel, fitness apparel. I used to train, not no more, but just my gym stuff off the ground.
Okay. When I went on your page, I did see a lot of fitness stuff. I did see the Euro Fitness. And I think that some people might be a little disappointed to know that you're not doing the fitness no more.
I mean, not that I'm not doing it anymore. It's just, I'm taking a little break from it. With what I got going on now, it's just not in my time schedule. So I'm trying to make it more of an online thing, and also should sell my apparel for men and women.
Okay. I definitely think that the online fitness for you could definitely work. Mm-hmm. When I watched you on Too Hot to Handle, outside of cracking jokes and all these other things, you were out there working out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, getting that money. That's all we had to do.
Us people sitting in the house on the couch eating cookies.
Making look crazy.
Was feeling awful with the fact that you are out there in this nice house and still finding time to work out. I'm like, let me put the cookie down.
You know what's crazy? We only had literally 2 or 3 minutes to work out because the schedule was so packed with filming, and they want you here, then they want you there. So we literally had maybe, I could get 1 set in, 2 sets. So, but it looks good on camera though.
Really? Yeah, and the way they cut it up, it looks like you work out so much.
Yeah. It makes it like you had a whole hour session in.
So in case nobody knows, on Netflix, Nigel was on Too Hot to Handle, and this was my first time watching it, and you definitely you added the humor. Right. So how was that being on the show with unsolicited opinions? People are going to create their own perceptions about you by watching the show and knowing that all these people are about to...
Right. So first of all, I didn't know it was Too Hot to Handle. They spend it as a wild love aspect. So I'm thinking I'm about to do adrenaline-packed competitions with beautiful women and just having it my way. So when they announced that it was Too Hot to Handle, mind you, I never watched it either. I always heard of it. It was a super popular show. So I'm like, damn. Okay, so now I got to find a relationship, or take the self-growth route. Right. So at the time, I was not ready for a relationship. I was ready to still have my way, and that's what I kind of shown on camera. And a lot of people was mad at me about it. I'm like, what the hell? How you expect me to switch it up in a week?
Right.
So, but all in all, I had a great time. I met great people, and that's what I took from it. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, something I could tell my kids.
Right.
So I'm glad I did it.
I think that in the beginning when it was like pretending to be another show, and you were like in a confessional, like you was ready to have a good time.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
I think that anybody on there thinking it's going to be one thing and then figuring out that we can't kiss, we can't have sex, like, send me home.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Send me home.
But the good thing about it was, first of all, everybody on the show was attractive, beautiful, right. But they weren't my type, so I wasn't attracted to them. People see beauty and don't see the personality aspect of it. They're like, oh my God, you fumbled her, or you didn't go for her, or, but they don't see the personality. They only see what's on the screen. So they didn't take aspect of that, and I totally just did my own thing, honestly. After I heard $200,000, I tightened up. I'm like, I don't care about the sex. Right. You don't got to kiss. I'm cool. I'm going to take my self-growth route, and that's what it is. I was chill.
You chilled the whole time?
Yeah, but that's not really entertaining for reality TV. So It's like, they want to get the drama with the relationships and all the other stuff. So I thought I was going to win. I'm like, okay, I'm winning. I'm not having sex. Cause I turned up for the first couple episodes.
And then you chilled?
Yeah, not chill.
Every night you was going to bed.
Oh, yeah,
and
going to bed. Yeah, that's it. I didn't want no parts of
You was not flirting with nobody?
No.
You was just in the confessionals making jokes and giving people advice.
Yeah, that's that.
When you say nobody really was my type, like, what's your type?
Okay, first of all, when I did have one particular type, like, I just found that, like, that's, I feel like nobody should have one particular type. Right. It kind of just voids everything else out. Like, all your expectations is just in that one type. So, first of all, you got to be pretty. No matter if you're light skinned, dark skinned, I don't discriminate. So,
you want to be attracted to me?
Yeah, I definitely want to be attracted to you. Your personality has to be attractive, and I love humor, sense of humor. You got to take jokes, give jokes, and just be, a listening ear. Like, it's a lot that goes into a type. So it's not just one particular girl I could just name. Okay, light skin, long hair. I have an array of types. Okay. If that makes sense.
I agree with you 100% because a lot of the times, like when I'm giving people advice, I tell them that my type was the reason why I was single.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. Yeah.
I was creating this little box of shallowness.
Right. That's what it is.
And I'm getting like what I'm looking for, and I'm realizing like, oh, he isn't emotionally intelligent.
Right,
Or he
right,
doesn't have a
right,
good
right.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
And on paper, like
exactly.
he's tall, dark, handsome, attractive
Yeah.
with a couple dollars.
But what?
And
But
he's
what else?
mean.
Exactly. No, that's how it is.
Right.
That's what I figured out. With I don't want to put her in a spot with my first ex. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she was my type to a T, but she was just she was shallow. She didn't have no depth to her.
Right.
So, and that's what I love. Like I love getting deep, having deep conversations, just understanding and just vibing out. And she, you know, it wasn't giving that.
I think that more and more men are craving deeper connections.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I feel like not back in the day, like we so old, but before, like it was cool, like you just being like a video girl and stuff. Like men are going to therapy, like they're understanding their emotions.
Right.
Like you actually got to bring more to the table than the face and the vagina.
Exactly. Because people don't understand. Men have feelings too, and we're brought up to be just can't cry, like don't show your emotions, and our feelings matter too, honestly. And for to get a partner that understands that, like that we are emotional creatures and we act off emotions, but not much as women might, but we do. So we need that connection to be all that, or
Right.
it's not gonna be there.
I think it's important for men and women, but especially for women, for them to create an emotionally safe space for their partners to be vulnerable. Especially if you're in a relationship with a black man.
Exactly.
With him growing up feeling like he can't be emotional or he can't cry,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be able to. I know it sounds so corny when men. I'm speaking for black men because that's what I did.
Right.
When they say like, "Oh, be my peace" and stuff like that, but in a world where he's constantly going outside
Exactly.
and fighting a million
There's
battles,
always something.
like you should be able to create that as well as him creating that kind of space for her to
I
be
agree.
soft and be able to do that for her.
Exactly.
Do you feel like it's been difficult for you to find women to create those spaces where you want to be vulnerable or you want to open up?
I must say I make it difficult for myself
Okay.
because it's hard for me to show emotion because, like I said, I was brought up to where it's like, you know, it's punkish to show emotion. To a female, you always gotta be strong. So I kind of shut, you know, certain women out because, you know, I'm very emotional. I'm a lover boy, you know, and I don't want my feelings hurt as well.
Right.
And people don't understand that, so it shows differently when it comes out. Like, oh yeah, he don't got no feelings, he don't got no emotion, but I'm just protecting it. So I haven't found. I kind of did, but in the recent years, I haven't found a female to really unleash that side of me yet.
I like that you held yourself accountable.
Yeah, you got to. That's accountability. It's the
Yeah.
most important thing
You
ever.
said I'm holding myself back.
You got to.
The other day when I was watching your Instagram, when I asked you to come on the podcast, and you were talking about basically what you're talking about now. Like, I don't want to get hurt either,
Right.
And on a podcast, we talk about attachment styles sometimes, and I know prior to me dating, I was a fearful avoidant. So if anybody's listening and you don't know what attachment styles is, it's some people who are anxious, like those are the clingy people that like, where you going, who you with and stuff, like they're waiting for something bad to happen. Then it's people like me that's just like, I would just be in a relationship with my career and I would not really date because I would be thinking about all the things that would go wrong from dating.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
this,
yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to be accountable for somebody's feelings and answer the
Exactly,
phone. And
exactly.
like, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
thinking about the worst case scenarios. And like, if I did date somebody, I would nitpick. I would find any reason. Like, I don't like how you chew your food.
That's
His
me.
butt
That's
crack
me.
was showing when he got out the car. This ain't going to work. Like,
That's me. I get turned off from anything, and I gotta learn. Like everybody, like if it's 70-30, like if you do 70 good and it's like 30 that's not like that I can't deal with, I'm gonna try to compromise and deal with it because
Right.
you're mostly good. But I get turned off easy, like from the littlest shit. So that hinders me from a lot of my relationships too. Like, you know, I could be somewhat, for lack of a better word, not controlling, but you know, I'm just protecting me because I know what I don't like that's gonna ruin our relationship. And if you do it, like it's almost like not even 3 strike rules, a 1 strike rule. Like I'm cool.
at what point are we being picky and self-sabotaging?
I mean, when you know it, like when you're like, damn, I could kind of deal with that, but I can't. But like your emotions just take over you, and like you kind of, it's like your self-defense mechanism, and you almost can't help it.
Right.
And but you know it, like you want some drawing shit, but it's just like, damn.
Because anybody listening right now, they like, dang, if I date Nigel, like I got 1 strike.
It's crazy. I'm really trying to tighten up about that though. I'm really trying to tighten up my fewer, like the women I've been seeing recently. I've been trying to just take just understand that, you know, nobody's not perfect.
Right.
Basically. So I'm not perfect. You might not like something about me. So I just got to understand that and not be so hard on women.
Right. I feel like we all, like what you said in the beginning, like we shouldn't have a type, but I definitely feel like we should have non-negotiables. So this could help me narrow down my dating experience.
Right.
So is there any non-negotiables? Like for me, if anybody's listening, some of the things that is non-negotiable for me is I love men that are very family oriented. Like I want you to have a great relationship with your family.
Me too. Me, you know,
because if I love you, then I love everything that you love, and I want to love your family.
Exactly.
Like I'm a Joe girlfriend. Like, hey, aunties.
That's about right. Hey, what's up?
So I want him to be family oriented.
Exactly.
Another deal breaker is men who gossip about their friends.
Oh my gosh,
like,
pillow talking.
I don't do pillow talkers.
Oh my, I just recently experienced it, but I'm not even gonna talk about it. I might save it for later, but
pillow talkers, you got one time. That's probably my one. If you gossip about if you tell me your friend's business, that's probably the one striking you out for me.
Yeah, because what are they saying about you?
I don't like that.
Yeah, so you never know. That's breaking the code. So you know,
it's very gossipy.
Yeah,
it's very
I don't like
sassy.
That. Yeah, it's
I don't
very
like
sassy from men. Women kind of do it more. Like which I kind of understand. But if you're a man and you gossiping about your homie or to a girl, it's not. Come on, man.
We like women. Like we bond over gossip. Like, girl, did you see what she have on?
Right.
Like, why at 2 a.m. as a grown man?
Right, but guys bond over gossip too.
Right.
Like if they don't got nothing to talk about, like. I seen it a million times happen like that over a woman, over something else, over another guy.
Right.
Like that's just what
I
it
feel
is.
like y'all normally gossip over like rappers and sports and stuff. Like, why are you telling his business? Like,
right.
Did you not see the rap battle yesterday or something? Like, you don't have anything else to talk about?
Yeah, that's after all that. After the rap battle, then it's to that.
Right,
like,
and then you tell me your homie business. Relationship with a family, definitely like somebody that's gossiping. Somebody who has a relationship with God, and somebody that is ambitious. Right. I know that I don't thrive in relationships with men who aren't ambitious. And when I say ambitious, to anybody that's listening, this is outside of money. Because I know a lot of women, they say like, I want to be in a relationship with an alpha male, or he got to have this. Right. If I'm with an ambitious man, these are just the fruits of the labor from being ambitious. So he will probably already have money or the things that I'm looking for because he's a hard worker. Like it doesn't mean that he has to make all the money in the world, but I would like to know that my man wakes up and figures shit out for me. He figures it out.
And that's a comfortable feeling for a woman.
Right.
Like, you know, because y'all, you know, right now, you know, y'all like to get out and work too.
Right.
But you definitely like a leader to make it happen for you and just to give you pointers, like just ping pong off each other. So if you're not really in the same bracket or in the same ball game with that, like what are you good for, basically?
How is that for you? Like, just like what you said, like we like to work too now. Like women are becoming the men that they like.
Women are the men. Y'all got the bag now. I tell that to everybody. Y'all really taking care of a lot of these men, and it's crazy. But you know, that's just what it is. It's 2023. You know, y'all see goals for yourself. I feel like how do you feel about the 50-50 stuff? How you feel about this?
So this is the thing. And I know the girls, they like to tussle, okay? Yeah. But I know that in my opinion, I am a high value woman with the things that I bring, like with my career and everything. The likeliness of me finding a black man that's the height that I like, that's attracted to me, that likes my personality, like that dating pool for me becomes super smaller and smaller.
Exactly.
Then I'm going to expect a black man also to make 6 figures in America when a lot of the women already make more money than him.
Right.
Like if he has the majority of the qualities that I'm looking for, and I know that I prefer to live a certain lifestyle, and he wants to contribute with how he can, and he's not a lazy person and he's still working every day, then I'm doing 50-50. Like, it's okay. I would love a man to be able to pay every last bill. Right. Like that. Ideally, we all want that. Exactly. But if he can't, without sacrificing his own happiness, whereas though he's going broke to pay all of this, that's not fun. Me being in a relationship with somebody that's paying every last bill and he's struggling.
Exactly. And also, like one of my homies, his dad paid every single last bill. Worked probably 2 or 3 jobs. Had him, raised him, did well with him. But his mom still found a way to complain that he didn't have enough time for her. Right. But she wanted that lifestyle for him, just to stay at home, whatever the case may be, do the little domestic shit in the house. But she complained. Right. But he's taking care of home. Right. So, but you can't have. I feel like you just can't have everything, like you said, and then complain about time and like just value that more than what he's doing. In that case, go 50-50. You know,
Right.
so y'all gotta have equal. So he don't gotta be busting his ass just as hard just to make sure everything's okay.
Right.
And then just to you know, just to complain that you don't got no time to spend with him. But
Right.
this is the lifestyle you want.
I know that I like quality time. Like,
Right.
so, but I also feel like we in this age of social media and unconsciously comparing our life to everybody else. And they going to Turks and
Right.
he's buying her this and they said that they pay all the bills. Like, this is between me and my partner. Like, what we got and what works for us.
Exactly, what works for you. That's
Like,
what
and
it
I
is.
tell people all the time, like, even when it comes to people say, like, oh, I'm not tolerating this. What I'm able to tolerate may be different from you. Like, that may not be a deal breaker for me.
Exactly,
Because when I talk to my girlfriends and I give them advice and I tell them what's not a deal breaker for me, it's a deal breaker for them. Whereas though I might be more lenient on something because like I'm not in denial with the type of men that I like to be in a relationship with. Like to try to create you into something new just because you're in a relationship with me
Right.
is really crazy.
You can't change, and it's completely subjective too. So it's just like whatever works for you, like you said, that's what it is. Like,
Right.
It could be 70-30, 50-50, 100-0, whatever works for you at the moment. I feel like women, it's hard for women to take accountability too. Like you can't push what you want on somebody else just because you're doing it, or if it's working for you. If it's not, don't push it on her. Like, girl, you should be getting that too.
Right.
Don't let him pay all the bills and all that. It's just a fallacy of a relationship. Like,
Right.
It's just not. It's toxic a little bit. So it's whatever works for you. That's what I think.
And another thing I think is men just don't want a woman that is a beggar. Like you don't
Exactly.
gotta be the
Come on,
richest
yeah.
girl in the world. Like it's been times where I ain't have no job and I still had great guys I was talking to. Like ain't had no job, ain't had no car, but I got a great personality. I'm just
Right.
working there. I'm fun. I ain't no headache.
Right, and that's
I'm
what
just
it is.
using it to my advantage.
Exactly.
And as long as I'm not begging, like like I'm short my rent and stuff like that.
Right.
Like men willingly offer when you don't really be on a line with little miscellaneous stuff all the time.
Exactly.
Because I know like women say like, oh, these men are stingy and they don't want to do nothing.
Right.
That's not necessarily a problem I ever really had, but I definitely think it's because like I'm not gonna call people beggars.
You're right.
I'm not on your
I mean,
line.
you got to call it what it is. Like, so, yeah, a lot of women.
I'm not just thinking of stuff to text you that I need, like just
Right.
trying to see how far I could get with you.
Exactly.
Like that's what it be.
But that's a turn. It's kind of a turn off unless I really like you, or unless you find the right guy. That's I don't want a tender dick ass. Like then that's what it is. He gonna do what you do, but you can't expect. That's it though. Like he can't really give you the emotion side of it, and he gonna want what he wants.
Right.
So it's just like certain guys will do it more so than others.
Right.
And some guys like it, some guys don't. You ain't
So what does it look like when Nigel dating somebody? He's trying to court her and pursue her.
I mean, like I said, it's crazy because I start to like the process. I like people fast when I do like you, because I'm very picky. So I might not date a lot. I date for the quality.
Okay.
So if I like you, I'm very picky. I like you fast. I feel like I'm a hopeless romantic sometimes.
Okay.
So I love the court. I was raised on old school values when it comes to that. So dates, we doing dates, whatever you want to do. It's just to spend time with you. We get to chill in the crib, whatever. I want to see you every day, and just try to make it happen. But don't turn me off. That one thing.
I want to see you every day, but don't turn me off.
Yeah, just don't turn me off because I'm gonna be so upset. Like, damn. But I'm trying to work on it. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to take accountability and work on the things I need to know. Whereas, like, okay, I can make this relationship work if I don't get my little toxic shit out.
Right. So statistics show that majority of women have never been on a real date.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Real date meaning.
like really like this weekend you want to go out, like I made reservations for us. A lot of women have not been dating.
Damn.
Like they might like you and it just turns into like they really want to see you, so they invite you over.
Oh,
and y'all
okay,
turn
yeah.
into a situation kind
Right,
of.
and that's what's hard because sometimes women, I don't really want to give it up like that, but some women just gotta make it harder. Like you gotta make it harder.
I say this
for
all
men.
the time because majority of my close friends are men. And they listen to my podcast and really think that I'm a bitch sometimes because they say exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Like, it's easy to have sex with women or to do these things because they're not making it difficult.
And again, like it's so easy, like especially today's time. It's like a gift and a curse because I see it. I might invite you over. You might go out, have a good night. You come over, and then it's one night situation. But I don't want to feel like I got all of what I got out of you because I turned some one night situation into like a long time. But it's just so easy.
Right.
It's easy. So it's like nothing to chase. Like now, and I'm in my head like, damn, how many other guys you doing that with?
Right.
So now I'm in my head and now it's messing it up for you. So it's like, again, I gotta work on it. I can't project that, but it's just something that, ask for a date. Let's go on a date. Let me check your temperature. But sometimes I like to see a woman first before I go on a date, before I go out in public with her, just to check her temperature to make sure everything is like, all right, she looked the part, because social media dating is real. Like, you might see her on social media, she looked this way, but I don't want to go on a date with her and she's catfish.
Right.
So I might tell her to pull up on me. I might pull up on you just to check your temperature first. Okay. And then I'm like, all right, I'll go up there.
Because we got so many filters. Like,
oh my gosh, it's a lot.
The makeup, like, we got a lot.
Yeah.
I get it.
So,
like, if a guy's ugly, like, he just got to work
ugly.
with it. You just
we just got a cut.
Right.
We just get a cut. Yeah, that's it.
You got to dress nice.
Yeah, right. Just, exactly.
Yeah. We could beat our face. Like, we got a lot of things to work with.
A lot.
Y'all got it a little harder in that department.
We definitely do. So I definitely like to see her first before I, like, all right, because attraction is a big part of it. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
If I'm not attracted to you, if I can't look at you like, damn, yeah, I definitely need that. I want that.
I love that you said that, because
it's a big thing. It's really a big thing.
I did an episode before and I was telling them, like, on the top of my list is me being attracted to my partner.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
And people were saying, like, oh, if he ugly, you could fall in love with his personality. Like, listen, if you're attractive, I could just work it from there. Okay.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I'm looking at you arguing with me. Like, I'm looking at your face. Like, in so many different, like, you having sex with your partner, so many different scenarios where you got to deal with this person making different faces.
Exactly. You wake up and roll over, you're like, damn, what the fuck?
Like, now I'm sorry. I'm getting smart with your ugly ass. Like,
yeah, now it's that. So attraction is a very big part.
Getting smart. Like,
yeah, you try it.
So would you be in there? You said that if y'all come over, she has sex, or y'all go out that week, that you would still talk to her. Do you feel like you judge women based off how fast they have sex, or if you like her, you like her?
Not no more, because I try to equal the playing field, because we did the same sex the same exact time, so she might be judging me like, damn, you're
a little fast ass.
Yeah, I'm fast as shit. But I feel like with a woman, it's a crazy double standard. It's kind of different. Like, damn, all right, because like I said, I'm a thinker. I'm like, all right, so she might just live her life like a rock star and just have fun, So I don't know how to take it.
Right.
So I don't judge, because I had different situations where I didn't, like, which is a one and done, and then I have a situation where we just took it a couple months to a year to whatever, so it's just completely, based off the female.
Okay, so if a female that you met said that she wanted to wait 4 months to have sex, and why you?
I mean, if everything added up, like, if we're having a good time right there and then, like, the attraction, just our whole thing of just going out, if we, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, basically, if we're compatible.
Okay.
I don't really mind waiting, but I'm gonna do me in them 4 months. Like, I'm gonna do me. I'm not gonna be totally like, I'm gonna, have my little fun too, but I'm gonna wait for you if you're worth it. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like when a lot of people, like our generation is young, they don't know how to do is properly date. Exactly. So I feel like you should be dating, like, when you dating, you should be dating more than one person to see who you are the most compatible with, who you have the most chemistry with. So not sex, because
I'm about to say that not necessarily sex.
No, I'm not having sex with nobody, because then it might be super good and now that's clouding your judgment.
Now you're
like,
messed up in the head.
She's not that bad because it was so good.
Yep, exactly.
But this is a way for people to just naturally fall off that's, like, not consistent, or you find that one thing that you don't like, so that you could eventually end up with who you're most compatible with.
Process of elimination, exactly.
Right. So I feel like with me, when I was dating, and, like, I felt like men would be judgmental. Wait, what do you mean? Like, you going out on a date tomorrow?
That's me.
Because I took you out. Yeah.
That's me to a T. Like, I can't take it, but you're not fully mine yet, but I'm being stingy, like, to where I'm being selfish, and I want you for you. And I might not be completely ready, but the fact that you said that, like, it's like, damn, she could do that too.
Right.
Like, you acting like a male. Not to say it like that, but that's how niggas carry.
Right.
So it's just like, damn. Like,
and do?
Yeah, that's what it is now. Like, so that's why I don't really knock it no more. Like, so I believe in just dating around to see who's really compatible. Don't be stuck with one person, because you never, you don't never know.
I like that you said the double standard, because, and you said that you was going to do what you wanted to do. Right. I would encourage the people that I was dating to do what they wanted to do, because I'm not having sex with you. And from when I was dating and I wanted the man to know that I wasn't playing with him, like, of course you're going to feel like, well, I took you to Eddie V's yesterday and now you're going to go with somebody.
Yeah, it's a natural feeling.
Okay, would you like me to take you out to dinner this weekend? My treat?
Right.
So now you feel like, now she's trying to young boy me.
Right.
But I want you to feel reciprocated. Like, I want you to see that I'm interested.
Right, exactly. That's very important.
I feel like because single men outnumber us, they're not used to women carrying themselves as if they're the catch also. Like, you're a great catch,
Exactly.
but so is he. Like,
exactly. And it
and
hurts. It hurt right here when you do that. Men can't take it. They
Right.
can't. You can't take it. It's hard.
I had to have tough conversations where it's though like somebody is saying like, I don't want you talking to nobody else.
Right.
Or then I can't date you no more because
That's just
I
what
have
it is.
two other prospects that are really great guys.
Let's get right.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
I think that, like you said, like making your intentions clear in the beginning, like basically what you're saying, and letting a person know what you are looking for, and we can avoid that kind of stuff.
And that's what I learned, like, down the line. Like, so I don't tell girls what they want to hear. I don't beat around the bush. They know what type of guy I am. But if we have sex, the sex might cloud their judgment to where it's like, okay, now we're in a relationship mood, or like I can be in a relationship with them. It's just, I don't attach sex with relationship necessarily when I'm not in that mood. That
Right.
makes sense. So, I know females are way more emotional when it comes to that. Some females are not, but I just don't attach it. So I try not to really I tell her how it is.
Right.
I tell her how it is, like, so that's what it is.
And with us, so how are you doing this? Like, let's say right now you dating, you single. Are you looking to be in a relationship?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Like, that's a good feeling. A relationship is the best feeling, especially when everything is right. The chemistry is there. Everything is just perfect. That's the greatest feeling when you got your person.
Right.
But it is a good feeling to be single and to do you, especially like when you know what I got going on right now. So it's just like I'm exploring. I'm living. I'm getting older.
Right.
But I still want to live my life and just explore different people options and just not necessarily just sex, just different personalities of people and just figure it out.
Do you feel like you're at a place where you are able to give up all the single festivities? Because it's fun being single.
Damn, it's very fun being single.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You move how you want to move.
Yeah, you move how you don't gotta be answering. You don't gotta watch your back. You don't gotta just.
You ain't arguing with nobody.
Nothing. So that's like a double-edged sword. I'm not sure because I want to be in a relationship. I want to work towards something. But then again, I feel like it's just a lot of beautiful females out here that I just had to meet before I do that.
Right.
So it's just that aspect. So it's like a double-edged sword.
With you making your intentions clear with people, right? Because like you said, like when you add the sex into it and we emotional, we just love you. Like it just turns into I love you so much. And don't talk to nobody else. Okay?
Yeah, that's what it is.
How do you get them to tone it down? Like this ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be.
Damn. I mean, I typically, like, I hate letting people down. Like, it's just a bad feeling, like, okay, but just through trial and error, like, I learned, like, it's better to let somebody down, tell them the whole truth, and then just let them figure it out, because you can't really change somebody's ways. So I don't lie no more.
Right.
No more. So I don't, like I said, I don't tell it, I tell it how it is, and, however you carry it after that, that's how you carry it.
Because I feel like a lot of women feel like, well, he said that he don't want to be in a relationship, but he come over here all the time. Like, he come over here, like, I be cooking for him. Like, he texts me every day. Right. Like, how are you drawing the line? Like, do you got to purposely, like, not be as available or show as much interest to keep it under control?
Well, I feel like after a while, like, if you see a pattern of what a nigga would do, like, you should see the red flags. Like, so it's up to yourself to be like, all right, he's coming over here. We talked about, like, what we got going on, like, what I want in the future. He's still kind of stagnant. Do what you gotta do now. Like, now it's up to you to do that. I can't do that for you.
Right.
All I can do is just tell you the truth of what I really want. But I'm still coming over there. I'm enjoying your company. I like you.
Right.
This is what it is. I might not want a relationship right now, but it's just like, now it's just, you can let me off loose. If I'm messing you up, if I'm doing something to you to where it's like you feeling so much feelings for me, you want to be together, but, that's just not the case, just let me go. I don't got to come over no more.
Right.
Block me. Do what you got to do to not see me no more. Because I'm toxic like that. Like, I would do that. I'm not toxic like that no more, let me just say. Because I tell her how it is. But it's just like, I don't, I'm going to tell you from the door what I want.
Right.
So it's up to you.
Do you feel like women are standing on those boundaries, or they like men so much that it's like, I know he said he don't want to be in a relationship, right, but I could change his mind. Fuck what you said, I'm going to change your mind.
No, that's where women go wrong a lot of times, where they try to change men. You can't really change who someone is in a matter of a short period of time. So I'm like, I don't want to give away all the male tea, but that's just what it is. Like, you can't change somebody, but that's where you think women go wrong, where they think they can change, and they just end up like, a dog is a dog. Mm-hmm. So you can't change a dog
You can't teach your old dog new tricks.
Basically, like
right?
you can, but it's just like that's where you go wrong, especially if I'm telling you the truth.
I feel like when I was just at a different place in my life, like I know what it's like to just really like a guy. Like he has all the qualities that you're looking for, and he said that he don't want to be in a relationship. And I just feel like he just never had a good woman like me.
Wow.
And I'm going to change your mind.
Yeah, that's what
And
a
his
lot of
mind
women
does not
think.
change.
It don't change at all. He's just stuck in his ways, and like you just gotta realize that early on. Like, okay, he's just stuck. Maybe I should let him go, even though I might like him a lot.
Right.
I might just gotta let him go because it's gonna be harmful to me.
Right. But
That's
it's like,
what it
all right, why you keep coming over here? But it's like what you said, I'm enjoying your company.
Yeah, you
like,
know, we cooking that food good as hell.
Right.
You know,
I got Wi-Fi. I got
bed, Tempur-Pedic, all year round. Like,
Right.
you know, I like you. So that's just what it is. That's why a lot of men just love that aspect of women, of what they kind of could do, what can they offer, and it's just like that.
Right.
But the relationship scares them away. That title just scares them away. So it's just like, damn, I don't want a relationship with her, but I do want to be with her. And it's just like selfish for us to do that.
Right.
Honestly. But that's just what it is.
But just like you said, like with the double standards in dating, because before, like in college, that's the kind of girl I was. Like if I like you, then I felt like I had to convince you. When I start dating properly and just chilling, I felt like I put the ball in my own court. Whereas though like, now y'all want to be with me because I don't care. Like I'm not having sex with y'all. I'm not pressed for a relationship with y'all. Y'all don't like that because y'all are so used to.
And exactly. And the crazy thing is, y'all have full control of everything. Like
Right.
we're the servants of y'all, for lack of a better word. Like we walk to y'all beat. So it's just like when women understand that, like basically y'all got us by the balls, y'all can do whatever y'all want.
Right.
Y'all will be so much better off in that field right there.
Right. Because just like you said, like block me, do whatever you got to do, like for yourself. But we don't. Like
Emotion, that's the emotion right
right,
there.
all the emotion kicking. That's why I be telling people, stop having sex. Like just
Yes.
just stop it.
Sex complicates
Because
everything.
that complicated is putting even more emotions into it, and then it's like clouding your common sense. Like Nigel barely texts me. He only come over when he want to play the food and want to lay up with me. And
that's
I
what it
can't
is.
block him. And you're telling this woman, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. Like I'm just trying to focus on myself. And it's literally going in one ear and out the
That's
other.
what it is. And I just tell people to enjoy the moment. That's it. Enjoy what's going on right now. Because, like, just don't expect anything.
Right.
Because women expect a lot. Like, you know, you might daydream. It's like, damn, I could really see myself living my whole life out with this nigga. While he's just thinking short term, because, you know, that's what it is. He's thinking short term. So it's a different side of the ball.
We literally already know who our bridesmaids are going to be.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all think so far ahead of the game. It's crazy.
I Googled the zodiac sign. We're compatible.
Yeah,
like,
yep.
I love it. His moon is in Virgo. Like, this is going to work out. Like, and you're just trying to make it to next week.
And that's it. And that's all. And that's crazy. So once you understand, like, just live in the moment, like, everything will just be better.
Speaking of that, what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, okay. So anybody listening, this makes a lot of sense. We have a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio. Mm-hmm.
What do you think about all the stuff that people say about Scorpios?
I mean, you know, some things is crazy because it's true, but it's crazy how millions of people are the same sign, and it's so relatable to millions of people. So, but a lot of people, you know, we have some bad, you know,
I got a bad rep.
some notation. We have a bad rep, but sometimes, you know, I'm the most loyalist person, like to my friends. Like, you know, I don't break no code. Like, that's just what it is.
Right.
Like, you know, I love hard. So it's some good things to us too.
I think I should have asked you what was your sign in the beginning. And when I was going through my dating thing and I was dating 2 Scorpios, I feel like those were the ones that were most vocal about, yeah, you ain't talking to nobody else.
Yeah, for sure.
2 Scorpios and a Cancer. I feel like they were extremely
The water
comfortable
signs.
with, being vocal about how they feel and what they don't play.
Right.
And what's not going to be tolerated here.
That's what it
and
is.
Definitely wore their heart on their sleeve.
That's what it is. Like I said, I'm a very emotional person, but I might not show it. I might show no emotion on my face. I have a poker face, but I'm very emotional because, like I said, like when I invest my time, my heart into something, I expect you to carry it like how I would carry, you know, be with you. So it's just like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So I hate that the fact that Scorpios have negative connotations around us.
Right.
But I'm a very loving person. I could be, you know, I could have my toxic shit. Like I could be manipulative, you know, a little bit controlling, but that's just for me. That's myself. That's just for myself.
Because now seeing those guys on social media now in their relationships, they definitely lovey-dovey. Like, they super lovey, loud with who they love and stuff like that. Like, trips, loving on their partners, super cute. Another thing I want to ask you is, with you, like, when you was on the show, like it's given Nigel's a ladies' man. We can already tell on Instagram. Like Nigel loves himself. Okay, and it's funny, right? You said it sound about right.
Yeah.
How are you like with women wanting to talk to you? How are you even able to date somebody and make them feel emotionally secure without feeling like you're going to be talking to a bunch of other people? Like you're going to cheat on me, or you're lying, or you out here with a bunch of girls.
Now that's the hard part because like I said, I can't make you feel secure. Like my actions, I can show you some actions, but you might see something you might not like. Or like a bunch of females follow me, I might follow them back. Like I got into a lot of arguments like that. Like just why are you following these girls liking their pictures? I'm like, it's Instagram,
right?
It's Instagram. Like how can I make you feel secure? Like I'm not. I know like they kind of match it up with like if I'm interested in her, if I like the picture, or if I follow, I'm interested in her. Okay, she's attractive, but I'm gonna keep my distance from her. So it's not really much I can do instead of tell you and show you some action that, I want to make you secure, even though like right now it's 1,000 DMs in my DM and I can just,
right.
Anytime I want. But if I'm all for you and I'm really telling you this, that's just what it is. I'm not gonna waste no time saying this and then I'm not doing it. Now we arguing and now it's just a circle of toxicity and I don't want that no more. So I can't do nothing more but to tell you.
So if your girl had a problem with you liking people pictures on Instagram, what you gonna do?
I mean, that's just so trivial and it's so small. Like, it's so much bigger shit to worry about than just me liking pictures on Instagram. But I can see where she's coming from because you liking a nigga picture on Instagram, you like him. He's attractive. You're not just liking the picture because it's a good picture.
Right.
Like, he's an attractive guy, or you like something about him enough for you to double tap that picture.
Right.
So I get where you're coming from, but for me, it's just like, all right, she got a fat ass. All right, she has pretty eyes. All right, whatever. So that's just it, though.
This be my thing with y'all, and this is why I be having a problem with y'all, y'all men. Because if I have a problem with you liking pictures, why is the answer never just, I'm gonna stop liking the pictures? Like, why you gotta...
No, it depends. Like, okay, so if we in a relationship and that's really bothering you to an extent to where it's like, it could jeopardize a relationship, I'm gonna stop doing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop doing it. But if we're in the talking stages or like early on or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna try to work out to be like, all right, just understand that I'm all for you.
Right.
All I'm doing is liking her picture. I'm not going on a date with her, asking her out in the DM.
But this how, like, I know that y'all men, y'all think logical, but I know who in my likes. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I know who heart in my stories and stuff like that.
Right.
And like, even though like maybe I just post good content, maybe that is the case, or maybe I look good and he's shooting his shot passive aggressively.
Yeah.
Okay, that could definitely be how she's interpreted, and that's not what you mean. Like, maybe she's just funny and you just like some stuff. But why can't you? I feel like with women, why you can't just like it with your eyes? Like, why you got to double tap to let her know that you're watching?
All right, because low key, men want their cake and eat it too. They want to know that they're there.
Right.
Like, subtly, like, okay, I'm here. I'm liking your picture. I like that.
Right.
Just in case, so
I like
they can
that
know.
ass.
So it's just like, yeah, that ass is fat. Wham. All right, wham. So we do have our little evil moments, but if I like you, like I said, that's all. That's as far as it's
Right.
gonna go.
You letting her know
Yeah,
that ass fat.
Yeah, the ass is fat. I like that. So that's what it is. But that's it. That's it. I'm not asking you about none of that.
But I feel like that's how people be opening the door, and now she liking your stuff back.
And it's like, damn. So that kind of judges the strength of our relationship. Say we were going together and I'm liking her, she like myself back. I'm like, all right, damn. Well,
Now you got this little fat ass liking your pictures.
Yeah, that's what it is. Now it's just like, all right, let me not draw too much to where it's like I'll DM her or she'll DM me and I'll, mess up our relationship. So you just got to really just keep it tight and have some discipline.
I feel like a lot of, like you said, even though you said in the beginning that's small stuff, it's so much that people argue about that's stemming from social media.
Right.
Like,
right.
at this point, don't follow me.
Right.
Because if you're not gonna stop liking people pictures, I don't want you needing a perk when I like somebody's picture.
Oh my gosh, that's the
and
crazy
he got
part.
a drop top, whatever kind of car, and he's on vacation.
Yeah, he
all in shape.
But now I know that's where it is. But now I know why you liking this picture though.
Right.
Like I know, like as a female, you're liking this picture because you're trying to get, you like that. That's what you like.
Right.
And I know that because I know you. So now it's an argument between me and you liking the nigga picture.
When I literally could have just liked
it
it with my eyes.
Right, and that's it.
Like you could have did.
Well, yeah, that's true. And that's where that's where it get a little rough at right there. So that we got to come to a compromisation. Like, all right, we're not gonna do that no more. That's just what it is.
Right.
To save our relationship.
Because you said compromise.
Compromisation. God damn. That's not even the word.
How many of your relationships do you feel like would have worked out if you compromised a little more?
So I only had two real relationships. One, so really just one. There was a type of situation where it was just the right girl but the wrong time.
Okay.
And if I would have compromised all my feelings and all my negative aspects about me, we'd have worked out. We'd probably be married right now.
Okay. And what about the other girl? I feel like men, they always say, oh, I only had one girlfriend, or I'd be like, oh, I had 11 boyfriends. And this
Yeah. No, it's crazy because, like I said, I'm kind of picky. I don't like to put that title just with anybody.
Right.
You know, I might have just dated around. You know, might have been talking, but that's about it. But
Right.
I only took two people serious.
Okay.
My first girlfriend, right? And everybody had like their villain or origin story. Long story short, she cheated on me 3 times. One time with my friend, like my homie.
How old were y'all?
I was young. I was 18, 19.
Okay.
But that shit just crushed me a little bit to where it's like,
It's out of pocket.
yeah, like I can't put nothing past anybody. And like I feel like I could have been I was the perfect guy at that point. I didn't want to talk to other females. I didn't want to entertain nothing. I was all about her. We were going places. I was just very perceptive of things and her ways, and she's trying to be a good person at that young age when I could have just been wilding. So she changed a lot for me in how, you know, I acted. I kind of tightened up. I healed from that. But during my second relationship, like I said, I met the right girl, but at the wrong time. And I was being selfish because I didn't want her to go anywhere. And I was fresh out that last relationship. Mm-hmm. So I just we were together for 5 years on and off.
Okay.
So I was just entertaining other girls, we're lying to her a little bit. I was just a bad boyfriend, right. Honestly. But that was just me not healed and just, you know, just knowing like, damn, she could possibly cheat on me too. And me just poking at her like, damn, what are you doing with that? Like, how you know that nigga? It's just like little shit. And it just made it a toxic environment for us. Whereas if I could just compromise and understood like, she's probably not like that, we could have been better off.
Right.
So it's just like, you know, you just got to learn early on. Everything is a lesson though. Like, you know, she learned from it, I learned from it. And that's what I took out of it. And I'm trying to take that to my next relationship, like, you know, how I was in that one and just not be like that anymore.
Are you able to be cool with your friend, your exes?
Well, yeah, I can. We could be cordial.
Right, cordial.
Not cool, like, okay, how
we not friends.
Yeah, we're not cool. Well, what's up? If I see you out, hey, how you doing? But that's about it.
Do you feel like because of what you went through in your first relationship, it kind of like left an impression on you when it comes to dating because you got cheated on?
Yeah, definitely, because.
Did you take her back after you got cheated on?
Well, no, I kind of, because she was an Oscar-worthy liar.
Okay. So
she had me about to turn on my friends, fight my friends, just because she was crying, bawling, making little situations up. So I took her back, and I almost, you know, cut everybody off. But, you know, the truth came to light. So I found out what it was my first year of college, too. And it was like a new start for me. Like, all right, I'm done with her. Let's see what life has to offer.
You could really enjoy college now.
Yeah, I could really enjoy college. And she was just on my line. You know how that shit came back to bite her in the ass. Mm-hmm. Like, she's, to this day, like, she would hit me up trying to get back with me.
Do you feel, to the men that's listening, and what if the men that got cheated on, would you take somebody back for cheating?
No.
Okay.
Not simply no.
Why wouldn't you?
Because it's more emotional when women cheat. When y'all cheat, right? Mm-hmm. So if I cheat, if I'm in a relationship, I just want to get a nut off. Mm-hmm. That's it. I don't got to associate with her anymore. I'm just thinking with my second brain. I just want to nut off. That's it. I have a girlfriend. Blah, blah, blah. This is so toxic. But when y'all cheat, like say when y'all done, or like we in a relationship and y'all cheat, you got to be attracted to the nigga. Mm-hmm. You got to just everything, yeah, and everything just has to add up for you to be like, all right, come on, let's go back home, or you know, let's make this happen.
Right.
And it's a deeper connection with y'all, whereas to us it's just a sex.
Right. I definitely feel like, for me personally, because I don't want people to just listen and follow my lead. If my man went to Vegas one time and was drunk with his friends and ran into something, and that's what happened, I can.
Would you be hurt though? Like, would you?
I know the type of people I'd be in a relationship with, so it wouldn't surprise me. Like, you see what I'm saying? It was very irresponsible and careless on your part, okay? And I'm going to drag you. Okay. But will I take you back? Probably so. Okay. Going on your phone and seeing that you was asking somebody how their doctor's appointment went, what's their favorite color, I'm never taking you back.
Yeah,
ever. No, it's too much emotional.
Yeah, it's too much emotional, but that's why for men it's hard to take women back because y'all.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what y'all do. So it's like, dang, you really like this nigga. Like,
I know his favorite basketball team and his favorite rapper. I know everything about him.
Yeah, and that'll cook you as a man.
Right.
Like, so now you're so emotionally involved with him And I feel like if you're an alpha, I hate that word, but like, you know, if you're a man, like, you know, that you're really just a leader, I feel like somebody just took your trophy away from you. Like, you just, damn, like, that was my girl. Now he know how that feels.
Right. And that's the thing about it, because I've cheated in the past. For one, I would never want to be in a relationship with a man that would take me back from cheating. Wow. Okay. I just stand up. Like, stand up for yourself.
Oh, yeah,
like,
right. That's about right, yeah.
Then I would be anticipating payback. I wouldn't even want to be in here. Like, I can't even, like, navigate in this relationship.
And that's another good point, yeah.
Waiting for somebody to get me back.
Right.
But I'm more of a person that I like being in relationships with no nonsense kind of guys. Like, it's just like they just don't tolerate something. Really just cut and dry with the stuff that they're going to tolerate.
I feel you.
I want to feel like I know when I do this, relationship over, like I'm out of pocket.
Exactly. That's what it is.
But when we cheat, I definitely will say outside of the rock star girls, like you said, like the girls are just rock stars.
You gotta be a savage.
She's just a rock star.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That was a good word to use.
Rock star, yeah.
We go and get what we begged you to do. Like anytime I've ever cheated, whatever that guy had is something I was begging you to do. Like whether it is to just be more affectionate, to have fun, or just to listen to me more. Like we just don't go, oh, he was cute. This person was showing up for me in an aspect that I begged you to show up for me, and you wouldn't.
That's crazy. But, you know, a lot of females don't understand, like, that's just a temporary solution because you hurt so much. You're looking for that so much, and, like, I might give it to you, and then I might have something going on because, you know, you with me now, but nigga you cheated with, I might have a whole situation at home or something like that. But I'm giving you that temporary solution because my situation at home is not, you know, so it's just, like, it always works like that. So it's just, like, it only lasts but so long, those type of relationships like that.
Because definitely when I did it in the I already had in my mind, like I didn't want, because I feel like we mentally break up with our partners in our mind.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, even if like I get caught cheating, I broke up with you 4 months ago when I realized that you're not going to change. So this is also helping me to not feel bad about my actions because I'm convincing myself that you deserve it. Like I keep asking him to change. He clearly don't care because if he did, so this is also helping me cope with what I'm about to do. Okay, it's about to make me feel better about me being out of pocket. Okay,
that makes sense. And that hit home when you said like just the you know, you expect payback.
Right.
Like I can't, like the relationship is never the same. If I cheat or you cheat, it's just never the same type of feeling there. So it's like, man, we might just call this shit off. Like, you know, even though I'm sorry that I did it or vice versa, now I'm expecting you to do some of that shit. So it's just like.
I feel like once you ruin the trust in a relationship, like you said, like
hard.
You can't get back to
fighting now. It's just a fight. Current fight is uphill battle, trying to get back to it. Where
like y'all trying to find y'all momentum again, and it's just not hitting.
It's not.
It's not hitting at
all.
all.
You might as well just call it off. So that's why, like, it's just so important, like, to set that ground rule first before you meet somebody.
Right.
Like you said, to have a man, like, just really, like, a no-nonsense man, no-nonsense woman.
Right.
I'd rather respect that than keep having somebody take me back.
Right.
Because I'm going to keep doing it.
Right.
Like, it's going to be like,
all right. And that's what happens. Like, because
I'm getting away with it. So it's just like.
I'm getting away. Eventually, I was younger then, but I was getting away with it. But it's like you loved me, you kept taking me back. Like, of course, this is younger love and stuff. And you don't know what you're doing when you're younger. Like,
exactly.
But you keep taking me back. And eventually, I do get, we just cheating on each other. It's just a cheating festival.
We might as well have a little situation.
Right. Like, we should have just broke up or just whatever it was going to be.
Right.
It's hard to find the momentum and get it back. But being clear, like, what are you willing to put up with and what you're not willing to? Like, what's going to be the deal breaker? What you expecting from me? Because if you're going to be a no-nonsense kind of guy, that's cool with me. But I want you to be no-nonsense because how you carry me. Like, I'm expecting you not to act like this because what I be doing for you, how I treat you, like how I provide for you. Like, girl, don't play yourself.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what it is.
And naturally, when a man is doing what he's supposed to do, we ain't going to play ourselves.
And that's it.
But they don't be doing what they're supposed to do sometimes.
And that's true. And that's just what it is. So you got to find somebody that's for you that you had to kind of compromise with. To, you know, because everybody's not going to do everything perfectly or to your T. So you just got to find that person that, you know, that you could go halfway with and just rock out with it.
Another thing that I feel like is a good point is being with a person of good character. Like, even though you said, like, she had me about to turn against my friends or whatever, like, wanting to be in a relationship with a person that they're not going to do certain things because how they carry themselves.
Exactly.
Like, it's just not in them to carry themselves like that. So I know that she ain't going to treat me like that because she a good person.
Exactly. And I was younger, so I kind of fell in love with the beauty aspect about it, not really judging her character. I'm like, damn, I need that. So I was very selfish, just very like, all right, come on, let's just do it. And back to what you said about the parents, my next relationship, I got to make sure, I want to see your family.
Right.
Because that plays a big part in how you act, because you're like a sponge when it comes to your family. Like when you grow up, because I know I grew up, I took a lot of traits from my dad, from my brothers, and it just shows what type of person you were at the end, because they had such a big impact on your life. So you had a good family, a good upbringing, like then you really, that showed me your morals to, jumping off to a relationship.
Okay. Is your mom and your dad together?
No, they haven't been together since I was 6, but I haven't felt that because, they co-parent me very well.
Okay.
So I don't really talk to my dad now, but the values he gave me to how, just little man shit, like just always smell good, dress the part, how to get the lady. Like I take that and like I run with it. And my mom taught me the same thing, but what a woman could teach you. So like I never felt off the.
Did you ever get to see your mom in a relationship?
It's crazy. No.
Really?
No, because my mom is such an alpha female, and like she has the same type of turn off. She gets turned off easily too, and like she's a boss. So a lot of men are intimidated by her, or she just gets turned off a lot. So it's just like I haven't seen her in a relationship since I haven't even seen her and my dad in a relationship. That's the crazy part. I don't remember. Like I don't have a picture memory of them in a relationship.
So where are you? Because this is my thing sometimes. When kids don't grow up in a 2-parent household, how do you learn how to treat a woman, or when you never get to see your mom loved properly? Like she get to teach you how to treat women, right? Like, but you don't get to see her.
Well, just seeing her, like she's a no bullshit person. Just seeing her carry herself the way she does, and she doesn't settle for less. She doesn't settle. And me seeing that, I'm like, okay, and her traits. She's a very strong, independent woman. Of course she craves for love and a relationship, but she doesn't settle, and like that taught me a lot. Yeah, so that she taught me a lot, but inadvertently, she's not knowing she's teaching me that. Right. So it was kind of hard because my dad, he was a savage. Okay. Like he was out here. He was a player. At 6, he had me going up to girls in the mall. He would write his number on a piece of paper. Had me go up to somebody he liked and be like, "Excuse me, my dad told you to give me this." So so he's in that's in my head. Like my brothers are players, they have it their way. So it was like just learning the best of both worlds, and you know what not to do, what to do. So that's already in you. Right. So it's just like you just got to take what you want, how you want your relationship to work at the end of the day.
Do you feel like, because it sounds like you got a good relationship with your mom, do you look for qualities that because your mom, I feel like little boys, their first love is their mom. So like normally they first girlfriends or like who they date when they kind of find somebody similar to their mom and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right, because might not to a T, right? Like, but certain situations, like I want a woman, somebody that takes charge, but is also feminine, right? And let me take charge. So it's like because you're around your mom your whole life, damn near. So it's almost natural just to want those type of traits, right, in your spouse.
How hard do you feel like it is to find somebody that is feminine and soft? Because like you said, a lot of the women, like we are successful, we running businesses, like we are alphas in our own right too.
Right, it's very hard.
That feminine part, a lot of men want.
And that's so important though. Like no man just wants a very strong woman all the time. Like they want to feel like you're submissive to them. Like that's just a man.
Oh, you said the S word on here?
Oh shit, was that? Some people like. Well, they want to feel like okay. They want you to be soft. They want you to be a woman. So not every man, can take a strong leader type of woman that's just always here with it chest out. So it's hard because I would like to have both. Right. So
So I definitely feel like on social media we hear men always talking about how women and like we're not in tune with our femininity, and I don't think that more men talk about creating spaces for us to do that. So there's been relationships that I've been in and being in a relationship where I am strong, but me navigating a relationship with a person that protects me, that I realize that I don't have to be strong here because I don't have to protect myself from you because you're not putting me in harm's way. Right. I don't have to be mean or like try to prove to you that I want to be soft here. Exactly. Like I actually want to be these things for you because how well I'm treated. Exactly. So I don't think that a lot of men realize that maybe I'm not creating a space for her to be this with me.
And that's 100% true. A lot of men mess it up because the dog females out sometimes. They make them hard. You know, you kind of got to have your guard up all the time, and we don't understand that. Like, why you so hard? Like, you know, but that's just the way of life, because the way shit is going nowadays. So it's a good feeling, especially probably for a female, when, you know, a man is doing what he's supposed to do, taking care of you, you know, providing for you, protecting you, and you can just let your guard down.
Right.
But like you said, it's kind of hard nowadays to do that.
And like you said, like you said, I want to meet her parents. I know with me personally, some people, like, it seems like your parents, like, they never let you feel it. Some people grew up on love, and some people grew up on survival. Exactly. And when you got a man that might have grown up on love, and a woman has grown up on survival, and you want her to be more of these things, and she only know to protect herself.
Right.
Like, a lot of the relationships where I was in, where the man might have 2 parents in his house, and he grew up seeing love and affection, and I only know to show up for me, like, and not to depend on nobody or just waiting for, like, something to happen and nobody to show up. Right. I definitely feel like it was super hard for me to let my guard down and be soft or be feminine until I became an adult, because this all I seen. I was raised by a strong black mom that was single, and a strong single grandma, and a strong single great grandma, and they don't really teach. I feel like a lot of single women, they do the best that they can for their daughters, to show them how to grow up in a world and never need nobody. Right. But they don't teach us how to be receptive when somebody comes into our life and actually loves us.
That's real. Right? That's real, because their own personal experience. Right. So that's what they're teaching you, because that's not all they know, but that's most of what they've been through. Because I feel like growing up, my mom will always say, don't be dependent on no man. They ain't shit. Right. So, like, don't depend on no man. So he's not shit. Head. Like, you see what I'm saying? And the first not shit I see is my dad. So it's like, she's right. Like, my first guy that I should love is my father. He ain't shit. She's right. So when I'm getting in an argument with a man that may want me to be soft, I'm telling him, I don't need you. You ain't shit. Like, that's crazy. I can do this by myself. Like, what you here for? Emasculating him now. And that's it. And it takes a lot to unlearning. Like, you had to unlearn all of that and just put your own perspective into it. That's what I learned when I got older. Like, I just put my own perspective into life and not judging off what my brothers told me, my elders, my mom, my dad, and I just put my own perspective, because it's a new generation, it's a new day and age. Like, what they love, like how they practice love back then is not how we practice love now. So it's just totally different. We are creating our own rules. Exactly. As we go too. So it's crazy. So we creating it as we go. Like, you hear people say, like, they grew up real old school family values and stuff like that, and then this modern stuff, it's crazy. It's ghetto. It's crazy. It's so ghetto. But, you know, whatever works for you, you know, you live and you learn. So that's why I just roll with the punches, and I live in the moment. That's why I know I don't expect anything. I don't tread on the past, and how I keep my happiness and my sanity, I just live in the moment. Right. So if there's anything that you want to leave the guest, because that was already like a good, like, closeout line. Like, I don't even think you might need a closeout, but if it was any advice that you wanted to leave for the people who love to self-care and chill, or even any advice with things that you do to self-care or take care of yourself mentally and emotionally, what would you say to them? So I would say, just get in a daily routine or something, you know, do something daily, consistently. Go to the gym, you know, practice your hygiene, tighten up your hygiene, especially fellas, tighten up your hygiene, man. Right. So, what's your favorite cologne? My favorite cologne is Bond No. 9, Lafayette Street. Okay. And I like the Madison Avenue. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I probably mix it with some Joe Malone or something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, make sure you smell good, you know, read, just, you know, brush up on your, whatever you want to do. Practice a hobby, you know, just do things to occupy your time and just to elevate your life. Right. I love that. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us. I really enjoyed our conversation. Yes, thank you. And if anybody is listening and y'all want to follow Nigel on social media, please let them know how to find you. Thank you. So my social media is Nigel Euro, NIGEL EURO _, and that's on all platforms. Thank you.